10 seconds remaining. Five seconds remaining.
Aw, come on.
Team Liquid's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Team
we are
Secret's
back,
turn
and
to
it
ban.
is time for Game 3 hype of Team Secret going against Team Liquid here in Star Series Season 13, the Star Ladder /
Team
iLeague
Liquid's
production
turn to
here,
pick.
making our way towards that land. I always want to say land final, but that intro video scan throws me off. The LAN final, right? Haven't you heard?
Final. Yeah.
Got to get to that LAN final where the real Dota happens. But here we are now, already bands underway. Scan, obviously, welcome back here. It's been a dramatic turn of events. The Secret got their Ember line up, and they were able to take it home. Liquid were not able to do what we saw in Game 1, and couldn't come together. Just at that point, Secret starved them out a bit too much, and after two significant fights, there really was no coming back. And now we have to see what the game plan is going to be for game number 3.
Yeah, I just want to see Liquid with a clear and coherent game plan, because in the previous game it did feel like their game plan was a bit all over the place. They weren't completely committed to one way or the other, and I think they got punished for it. They have taken the Ember Spirit out this game, which is definitely, I would say, it's Envy's best hero at playing that kind of farming inevitable win game. But even so, I want to see them coming with their own solid, clear, thought-out approach to what they want to do this game, because that's what they had in the first game, worked really well for them.
Yeah, nobody wants to play a draft where it's like they just keep responding to their opponent, like adjusting and trying to make it work. You want to be able to dictate your own kind of game. And, well, with these kind of respect bans coming out from Liquid now, getting rid of the Meepo, no one wants to go against a highly skilled Meepo player. You don't have much practice against it, obviously, and you're probably not going to fare too well, even when you think you have a better match on paper. Sometimes you just never know. You got, like you already mentioned, got to get rid of that Ember. These are great options now, and Liquid find value in what options are left. The most value in snagging up that Darkseer, which can you really blame him? Mind Control is easily like his best freaking hero. He's really, really good on it. But that also means the Secret can grab up the Wyvern now, and still fruitful options out there. I don't know if Undying is something for them to quickly snag up, and Scant, we still don't see them go back for that Slardar. They're really just kind of past that phase. They're done.
Yeah. Looks like they just, I don't know if it's because they like perfected playing the hero and don't feel like they need to practice it anymore, or maybe they really just don't want to play it anymore. But yeah, no Slaughter, and last game we forgot about the Shadow Fiends they picked in the second phase. They might be considering that here. There's also the Dazzle, which Team Liquid banned in the first phase. either last game or the game before. I think they banned Meepo Doom, Meepo Dazzle, and then Meepo Ember, and
Team
it's
Liquid's
gonna be
turn
the
to
Wyvern
pick.
Bane starter just yet again, and I mean, you can see why. These are two supports that do really well in the lane to zone enemies, to just control the lanes, but they also scale very well into the late game because Ivan can control the lanes, just pushing things back, can always save people. They've both got ultis that go through BKB that kind of control elements. So I think if you're gonna start with two supports, there's hardly a better
10
pair.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean and it also doesn't give a lot as
5
far as
seconds remaining.
really how you're going to dictate the game. It's just a couple supports. This does leave options that maybe Liquid could
Reserve time.
creep something in that Bane and Wyvern may not have an answer to. I wouldn't mind seeing like a return of the ancient apparition. It's been kind of ignored at the start a bit here. It could be pretty valuable against a Winter Wyvern for its sustain capability, and we know
Team
Cold Feet
Liquid's
to be
turn
very
to
good
ban.
now with its buffed up range. Could even help against a pesky Bane trying to get off a Fiend script, but they step off from that and they go back to the old tried and true here for Liquid, and what
Team
seems to
Secrets
work
turn to
is they get their
ban.
gyrocopter here for Mr. Matamba Man. And all that's missing is
Team
for
Liquid's
Fata to grab
turn to
a
ban.
Razor / Viper, and we're really set now.
Yeah, Doxa and Jaro are like two go-to heroes, and as you say, yeah, for Fata to get one of his mains in addition would be like just classic Team Liquid. Why not scam 3 of the
10 seconds remaining.
series? Just go back to what what you're sure about.
Team
Mm.
Secrets
I said I
turn to
wanted to
ban.
make sure that I want for Liquid to have a clear plan and approach to the game, and definitely doing the thing that you used to doing the most is
It's pretty
gonna
clear.
do that.
They're like, we're going with what works? Question mark. Unfortunately,
10
Liquid have
seconds
yet to get
remaining.
a win in Star Series. So if this is the plan, they're going to keep chugging home. I don't know.
5
It's
seconds
something that I'm
remaining.
sure Secret's a great team that's able to adapt on the fly. Game number 1, they kind of, I don't know, they did some awkward thing with an early pick on
Team
a Huskar and
Secrets
stuff.
turn
But
to
they
pick.
go back to a Secret kind of style draft. The tables turn so dramatically here. I'm very anxious to see if Liquid do try to change it up any sort of bit. Secret, though, not having much of it, they do still have respect for Jerix and his presence in that Night Stalker game 1. I'm sure Liquid would love to snag that up. And they also put ban onto the Undying. Liquid rid of the Shadow Fiend and the Wind Ranger here. I threw it out a couple of times, but I never see it pop up, and Scan, I'm going to
10
throw it again
seconds
now just in
remaining.
case it's actually gone for, but I wouldn't mind Liquid getting something like maybe a Jerix or
5
roaming
seconds
Spear
remaining.
Breaker. I think it could fare well.
Yeah,
But again, you're going against a Bane and a
Reserve
Wyvern.
time.
Bane and Wyvern,
Yeah.
I guess they're pretty good at stopping him. So
I mean it does land well with the Doxa, so there's arguments for and against. I just think it's interesting that Secret sticks that Night Stalker bans second phase. Each time Liquid won't first phase pick it, and Secret very happy to second phase ban it. And it's the difference between game 1 and 2 for me. That in game 1, if you look at the approach that Secret took to game 2, they couldn't do that if there was a Night Stalker. You can't just play that like passive, split up, don't worry about anything if there's a Night Stalker, whereas in game 2 they very easily could do it because the Night Stalker was banned off, and again the Night Stalker is going to be banned off, and to me it's like a signal that Secret's already like one step closer to their comfort zone, that they won't have to deal with that super fast, super intense vision tempo controller.
I'm curious to see now what Secret want to go for here, if they want to put emphasis into the Misery hero, or if they're going to grab what's left for Wii. A lot of his options are being taken away here. Still has shown that he can pull out the likes of like a tiny, even mid lane if necessary, but now he doesn't have the Wind Ranger, and we're gonna get an
Team
Invoker.
Liquid's
So
turn to pick.
early Invoker grab right now. Confident one.
Yeah, I think that I come from the school of thought that we are just a generally good player. It's so often that players come to be defined by specific heroes, and then we sort of help ourselves to the assumption that those are the heroes that they play. And a lot of the time, I think it's just a team that's decided these are the best heroes for that role. Sometimes it is that the player's hero pool is limited, but it's tough for us to tell. I think
10
from
seconds
watching
remaining.
We Habits long before we played in Secret, just in BBC and stuff, that
5
sure he was
seconds
known
remaining.
for Meepo, but he could play lots of stuff, and Invoker is certainly one of the heroes he can play. Also a very popular hero in the current
Reserve
meta.
time.
I wonder if he might consider the Exorts move, just because they do have some setup for him with that Nightmare, especially early on. But
Yeah.
usually it is the Quastworks these days.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of high tempo, quick action Invokers getting up even the early, like Yule Scepter if necessary, but we'll see. Response from Liquid for now,
Team
though, is
Secret's
grabbing up
turn to
the
pick.
Witch Doctor here, and it still kind of falls along with the same game plan we know Liquid do. They already have their mech candidate, and someone like a Dark Seer. Eventually, the Gyrocopter is going to want to come online and dish out that first call down, and at that point, maybe just push forward with objectives. Witch Doctor offers the sustain necessary with that Voodoo Restoration, so and obviously he scales beautifully with the Death Ward later on,
10
get him
seconds
in Agdams
remaining.
and stuff, but it just seems according to plan here for Liquid on what they
5
generally want
seconds
to do.
remaining.
Yeah, it fits with the classic Liquid approach. But
Reserve
again,
time.
I can't overemphasize the fact that I think M1 Liquid win the game, and it's not just about them following their regular approach, it's also that they have that Night Stalker to have control of the map, and if they don't find something else to perform a similar role, I think it's probably a bit too
Team
easy
Liquid's
for Secret
turn
to
to
just
pick.
adjust, stop them from taking the snowballing in the way that they want to, and sure, we don't actually know what Secret's internal envy hero is yet, but in all likelihood, it's not even about the heroes. The analysis that we had last game about Secret doing better the later the game goes is probably just true of the matchup in general.
Razor.
I was gonna say, and it's obvious
Team
now they grab
Secret's
up the
turn to
Razor,
bat.
but it's like if you needed someone to fill the same role that they could maintain control of the map and have better vision, and it's something I always was like kind of pleading out for, or in hopes of seeing, even through Nanyang, was Fata pulling out that mid lane
10
Beastmaster,
seconds remaining.
and then he would have the extra bit of map control. But and it offers with their sieging capability
5
a bit,
seconds
but it's
remaining.
just not something we've seen at all, and this is something we have been seeing a lot of from Fata here. So it's just another classic
Reserve
grab,
time.
a classic Liquid grab, the Razor here for him. But going back the time, Liquid have an early commitment to the Dark Seer. This time they did not second phase ban the Nyx Assassin. We talked about it in the previous draft. This time they get it. Nyx Assassin now is going to be Misery's grab, and could be a bit of a problem here for Darkseer, Gyrocopter. Very easy to carapace off.
10
Same with
seconds
Witch
remaining.
Doctor. Man, this is seeming like a good Nyx game.
Yeah, it's Secret of
5
so
seconds
much
remaining.
control, especially if it is Quaswex and Invoker. They have 4
Team
heroes
Liquid's
that actually
turn to
control
ban.
the fights, and maybe they lack a little bit of damage, but I mean they're picking their one position hero that there is going to have most of the farm last, and it could be just about anything they want it to be. I sort of like sense maybe an Eternal Envy anti-mage is one of his signature heroes, and there isn't
10
really much
seconds
to
remaining.
control him on the side of Liquid. They didn't get a ban.
Gets
Team
banned.
Secret's turn to pick.
They get it banned, but yeah, you know where he doesn't do that, he could do something like a Spectre or I don't know, a Luna. Like what kind of other hardcore farmer could they get here? Maybe pose a threat in a bit of a team fight when necessary, but ultimately can play and dictate to the late game. Jug is there, but not something I see Envy go for too often.
Yeah, I'm not
10
sure.
seconds remaining.
Yep, it's the
there
Jug.
it is.
You called it. It's
Team
a hero
Liquid's
that's been
turn
quite
to
popular
pick.
recently, and also in a way similar to Anti-Mage in the sense that it doesn't like to be controlled by the sort of instant lockdown or burstiness, and that's not there on the side of Team Liquid, so it's going to be a nice game for Jug. He's going to have a lot of space to farm as well. Almost certainly go for the Battle Fury in this game, because the other heroes in his team are not, none of them are really that farm heavy.
Now it's Liquid to
10 seconds
respond
remaining.
here with this is going to be their secondary support here.
5 seconds remaining.
Likely the Jarix hero if he's not playing the Witch Doctor. And
Reserve time.
Rubik being taken out. We know him to be roaming around a lot. I mean, Ogre used to be something that fit the bill for him, you know, when he used to play Bounty Hunter a lot, but since his Bounty Hunter's changes, he has not kept playing it. Other players, other Bounty Hunter players like Pi and maybe even FY, they've still kind of kept up the Bounty Hunter trend, but Jarix hasn't really. So just trying to think outside of that, what kind of fits the Jarix profile here.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I sort of expecting strange. Well, that's strange enough. It's, I mean, it's a hero that they do run, but it's very rare to see Liquid run like two sort of very like simple, straightforward support heroes. They usually have one that is and one that isn't.
The old behind the back ball play here. Literally pulling out the wisp at the end. Yeah, everyone forgot about that guy. I don't know, maybe even Liquid did. And they're just kind of like, oh, that's an option. Yeah, possibly, but you know, has his tandem partner in Gyrocopter, and yeah, this will be fun.
Yeah, he fits the strategy. I mean, the whole like group up and speed difficult to kill, like threaten to have the. You go on Raise or Jar, there's Witch Doctor and Wisp to save, and there's the Darkseer to wombo
10
you.
seconds remaining.
It's basically classic Liquid right here.
5 seconds remaining.
Just not sure how easy of a time the Wisp is going to have to stick with his partner and stuff. You know, Gyrocopter is a big BKB candidate as it is. At that point, things become a bit difficult. You have Sleep there to stop you. Hell, you're doing it into a freaking Winter Wyvern. You know, that's almost a free, easy curse setup at that point. And if we does decide to go Quas Wex, He obviously has Tornado and stuff, so I feel like this may be a pretty difficult game for the Wisp. But it's Kuro Wisp, and this guy he plays a mean Wisp. So if anyone can do it, this guy can do it.
Yeah, Secret actually have, you're right, they have brilliant heroes against Wisp. Difficult for the Wisp to relocate onto people, difficult for it to save people as well. But if the Wisp is just being used to kind of like provide fuel to the push, then I think it's gonna be fine. If it's a Wisp for like a slow late game split push or an early game relocate ganking, neither of those things are gonna work really that well against Secret's lineup.
What do you think then? How they're gonna lane the Wisp? Is this a safe lane kind of a Wisp? Is he hanging around the mid lane, building stacks on the side for maybe Gyrocopter or someone to eventually farm up? You know, and thinking about that, is it gonna make for an easier time for someone like Misery to just suddenly get to his level 6 that much faster?
Yeah, I think one of the supports, either the Wisp or the Witch Doctor, probably the Wisp, will sit at the mid lane a bit at the start, just like keeping their A's up and making stacks. After that point, I'm not too sure. It's so rare these days that we don't see a 2v2 at the start of the game in the mid lane. It's like almost every game.
Yeah, except for like my pubs, that stuff doesn't really happen. That's for sure. But it's definitely something I'm sure a lot of mid players always find a bit infuriating when they have to. They're coming in with a job at hand. They're expecting a head-to-head, and the next thing you know, you got a Bane who's just kind of farting around. And it used to be like Potom arrows all the time, and now you got this in your face. It's very frustrating. And after a team experiences it, they know that there's a big advantage to having it. And next thing you know, that team incorporates it, and it just spreads like wildfire. But
look at Secrets. They're deep behind enemy lines, hoping to find someone on their own here, coming for the block. Maybe they think one of the support heroes will come do the creep block while the rest of the team's at the rune. But it doesn't look likely to happen.
Yeah, they commit deep for this one, but they're not going to get anything from it. They have two still at the bottom rune here, so I wonder if they might have to forfeit. Okay, it looks like it'll just be the 1-1 split apart. Fata will be able to pick up the bottom rune. Top rune is going to go and get snagged up from Wii, and we are off to our races here. It's game number 3 of Liquid going against Secret. Cuddle Guy, that's Scant, and this is a very important match for both of these teams. Liquid on the verge of easily being shut out from the series altogether. A loss here makes 3 straight series losses for them. Secret already down 1 series in what many might consider a bit of an upset, but Vega were able to take them down 2-0, so they need a series win here to get themselves back towards the top. And we'll see if they're going to be able to do it, and indeed, dual lanes will begin here. And one of the worst of them is the Wyvern, the pesky Wyvern, man. That Arctic Burn, as you can see...
Oh, Wyvern sometimes with Arctic Burn can just kill that crew as it runs in. But I guess wanting to get away from the static link.
It does force out the static link, I suppose, and we can feel a bit more comfortable in the lane, not worrying about it, but Puppy will take his business now towards the top lane, where there is mind control, but mind control is already level 2, has the surge, will be able to step out and away from trouble. He'll be dealing with the tri-lane setup here. And then, we were talking about it before, Kuro is going to be the one, and he actually, did he do the mid lane pull? He did the mid lane pull. He has the troll camp, and he is now denying farm from Weehaw. And he does it again. He did it. He got the nice pull there. The auto attack hit him at the perfect moment, so the creeps are going to get pissed off. And now they run over, and it's another wave down.
Taking a page out of Puppy's book with the tiny pools, now going for the wisp pools in the mid lane, and it's actually a strange thing when you think about it that mid pools are not more popular. Something that used to happen a lot, pulling to the ancients, when Earthshake used to be able to do that, and there are a few other heroes it used to be easier to do. At some point they made it difficult to do mid pools, but there's still a few that work pretty consistently if you get the timing right. He's gonna go for it again. Doesn't get it the third time, but 2 successful pulls is pretty significant.
Yeah, normally, you know, and it's the obvious thing about it, at least with Wisp here, is you can only do it if you get that troll camp. He's the only one that provides the long range attack, so you can have it follow you. So you can follow him following this little hustle breakout at the top of the river here between Mind Control and company. He really wants his 2-minute rune. He's going to grab it, but will he pay his life for it? He's got the surge, and he is out of there. And conveniently has a salve to back up. But yeah, you can only do it with the troll camp. And as you can see, Curl's going to be able to do it again. Now has a backup stack for it, so the party will continue here. But, you know, had that not been a troll camp, it would have been any other camp. He would have had to either stack and hope for it thereafter, or would not have been able to do it at all. So it's also convenience for RNG.
And the small range Saturn knots does not work with that. I feel like maybe it could. I'm not sure. 'Cause
No,
I don't know
it
because it stands at
definitely-
the back.
I'm pretty positive it does not. It definitely does not work. I've done it myself at least a couple of times. It's one of the few things at least I know about. And yeah, but luckily for him, it's working out very, very well. And I'm curious what's going through Weeha's brain right now. He's level 2, barely pushing to level 3. Guess what level Fata is? Freaking level 4, man. He's getting closer to level
Oh, they're
5.
gonna kill Misery.
Yes, they will. Caught him out. He gets a stun right off in time, but that flak cannon will kick in and help finish him off. But Taliban conveniently has a rocket barrage, and he could have 2 kills in his hands. It looks like he will. He gets that one, and all at the same moment, Weeha also goes down in the mid lane to the hands of Fata, who is grossly more farmed and bigger. Plus, with the help of Kuro, this is a mighty fine start right now for Team Liquid.
Third game in a row, Team Liquid start with a bunch of kills, and it's interesting because I was saying I've cast them a bunch recently, and they've been having poor starts. So it definitely fixed that problem. The lane stage has been starting really well in all of the games in this series.
And Matamaman getting his own kill, going great there. Fata mid. Witch Doctor goes down, but obviously it looks like it was the express trip back to the fountain. Mind Control is up in arms a little bit, you know, it's a hard game for him. He has managed to snaggle in about 8 CS for himself, but still only level 3. But overall, this is a very promising start for Liquid. This has crippled Weeha a lot, man. And Invoker is not one to go back and just, you know, take stacks in the jungle to catch up. So he needs to find a way to get on the recovery path, you know, fast.
Yeah, definitely true. And we are also a player that isn't used to playing after like a difficult lane stage. He usually does reasonably well. He hardly ever like completely stomps his lane, but he usually does alright.
Ooh. They try to commit and get another kill onto Wee here, but Pi in the neighborhood forces them to second guess. Weeha will get the salve and go back okay, but he knows that Kuro is just still somewhere around and just does not feel
Dire's
comfortable
middle
here at
tower
all.
is under attack.
Pi's around, but Pi is only level 1, man. He can't offer a whole lot. He only has sap. He can't even sleep yet. I thought maybe they
even
could
if
actually make a go there. Jarix was actually around. He didn't throw out a coconut. I thought they maybe could have gone on secret there, but we'll wait.
It is the Exalt Invoker though, so we will see some Sunstrike possibilities in this game, combining with the next stun or the Bane Sleep or the Fiend's Grip. Although at this rate they're going to be under-leveled Sunstrikes for a while. Because he is level 4 in Invoker while Fastest Raze is level 6 at this point.
Oh my god, he just does it again. See, normally by now I would not have to do it anymore. I figured the advantage was good enough, but he just continues to make sure Weeha is punished here. And we'll just pull another camp. And obviously it's great for him. He gets the solo time to farm up XP, and he has a bottle for now, but I'm sure he's going to look to rush into, you know, probably Urn. And it's just continues to go very well for him. Weeha is actually forced to try to attempt any sort of jungle setup right now.
Yeah, it's pretty much the dream for your Wisp, like staying near the mid to help if you need, helping the lane passively, also helping yourself, getting everything you could possibly want to be done. And Weeha has tried to just retreat to the jungle, despite being an invoker that doesn't farm the jungle that quickly. And I mean, he's got to do what he's got to do.
Oh man, Puppy is able to snag up that bounty rune, and they step back in a way, but you know, they have this nice ward as well, so they see Weeha make the transition to the jungle, and Fata was in there trying to, you know, peep around a bit, but Weeha had already stepped out. But that's just Weeha still being in a bit of a struggle here, just trying to approach his level 5 mark. Fata about to hit level 7 right here and now. They need some assistance here. Pi's stepping in like he wants to do something. To get off a sleep, there's already a TP rotation in. Misery should be there in time for the stun. Will land it. This is big. Weeha certainly needs it, but help is on the way in the form of Jarix. A nice coconut will slow them back. Weeha very low. Oh my goodness, 12 life. Ooh. Fata though able to creep in, gets the weak highlight eye. Tether is out now from Kuro, and they're going to go on the move, and they're going to turn this around into a nice double takedown. Boom. Fata picks them both up, and Liquid pull well in ahead. 5-0. Sunstrike able to connect. Nice little
Such an
work right there
important
from Weeha.
Sunstrike. Like really needed to get something out of that. So familiar from last game as well. The first time they tried to gang Fata's Viper, and we were like, you really need to be careful going for Viper. And Raze is kind of similar, especially when there's a Wisp to protect him. It's even more scary. Really excellent of Weeha to make sure he gets the Sunstrike and something out of that trade. Gets something quite big actually, because Fata was super leveled and farmed at that stage.
Still
Speaking
nice
of farm,
though.
Eternal Envy is
Oh, go.
actually getting pretty good farm. That's something that's going well for Secret, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. You haven't really noticed much about the Jug, but where that means is that he is farming up somewhere and pushing on. You know, I talked about it a bit, I believe, in the first series today. It was a Loda playing the Jug, and sometimes you just know you accept the fact that you're not going to be super effective at the start. Level 1 Omni Slash isn't anything to brag about right here, so you're just going to take the time to continue to farm up even faster. And he's doing a similar build to like what we saw from Loda. Loda took the time out to get out the drums. Envy's going to be going for what looks like straight towards the Battle Fury here. So very farm intensive build here for this Jug.
Yeah, and as I said, he's gonna have all the space in the world to farm the map this game. And his team's gonna provide lots of control, so straight into scaling makes perfect sense. And get that late game scenario, it will favor Secret Party because they like playing that late game well. BR is being chased down, but there's nothing really to catch him.
Yeah, they lack a little bit in the stun department. You know, and Coconut can be pretty RNG based, and if not in the right positions, not going to do a whole lot of work. So that is where they lack a little bit. But they still, the punishment already came in. Weeha is finally able to get to his level 6 here. It's pretty low at the time, but they also have Matama Man, who had not been participating a whole lot, and he's been dedicated to his own bit of farm. He actually still tops Envy as far as farming goes in net worth. He has his phase boots already on hand, and, you know, I wager he can just keep going down his typical Matama Man cookie cutter buildup. And that could be a bit of trouble here for Secret. I mean, there's still a liquid draft
Radiant's
after all.
top
Someone's
tower
going to get a
is
mech
under
soon, and then
attack.
they're going to come together and try to make plays.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, the concern for them is just that there's actually every hero except for Eternal Envy on Secret pretty well kitted to like throw out some dangerous spells
Dire's
early on in the
middle
game.
tower
And
is
that's
under
what you
attack.
want to do with the
Dire's structures
group up
are
as 5 with
fortified.
mech strategy. Just lots of like strong early spells, and they've got them.
This looks like an easy tier 1 right now for Liquid.
Dire's middle tower
Check
has
that
fallen.
one off the list right now as they continue to just follow through with the plan at hand. Oh, looking for opportunities here. Fanta, though, still not quite fast enough. That's where you love to get that S and Y, that juicy news feed from something like that. Yash, that could be the ticket. But for now, they're just going to be able to scurry Secret out from their own woods, take that farm for themselves, and continue to limit the options here for Secret. Next, I'm sure, is maybe even having a go at this top tier 1 tower, where My Control has still been up here farming very nicely.
Dire's
With straight
top tower
arcane,
is
so
under attack.
looks like he's not in a full rush for the mech quite yet.
Yeah,
Let's
he's
have the farm,
taking
though.
his time to get there. But I'm interested to see what the approach from Liquid will be to do with Eternal Envy. Like, are they just gonna
Radiant's
get their
bottom
build
tower
up and
is
then
under
start
attack.
pushing? Do they try like actively directly shut him down? Or he senses some danger here and just does the spin TP out? But they don't, I mean, they really aren't well kitted to stop him farming. I almost feel like Eternal Envy could play this game as if he's an Ember Spirit and just split push, occasionally like take heed of where the enemies are positioned, TP somewhere else. And if the game lasts long enough, he's gonna get all the farm in the world.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top lane now in trouble. Liquid should be able to take this one down. So you're looking for their own trade. Looks like they scouted out Kuro. They get the stun. The sleep, though, throws them off a bit. Now with the rotation in from Garrick's, Pilot Eye will be going down. And a freebie will be handed over to Liquid. And it looks like the tier 1 is going to be coming along with it. Look at that. They're still making chase here. Looking to make a go onto Misery. And Misery also going to be paying the price here. Lots of picks that one up.
Didn't even cause this character into, I mean, I'm not sure if he would have gotten away, but he like tried to stun, cancelled it, and then ended up going down.
Dire's bottom tower.
Top lane, relocate. The party now joins the top lane battle. They're going to get Matama Men there at the end, but Fanta may be able to clean up and redeem him. Envy on the spin getaway. Pi should put him to sleep.
Radiant's
And
middle
it should be able to
tower
walk
is under
out.
attack.
And Kuro, obviously at the end of his relocate, will be sent all the way back. And it looks like Secret are going to make it out without any more casualties. They did get Matama Men down. And how much did it cost them?
Dire's
They
bottom tower
lost
is
Puppy.
under attack.
They lost Pi.
Yeah, it's
Very expensive.
a pretty big win for Liquid around the map. But it is Eternal Envy who got the kill there and managed to get out as well. And he's going to continue to scale. And again, if you have to compare, I do feel like the setup draft-wise is closer to Game 2 than it was to Game 1. Liquid then again are doing a bit better than they were in Game 2. And
Oh man, that's unfortunate. Misery happens to creep on through, but it creeps right over a sentry ward while he is in Vendetta, and they just as fast get a hold of him there. He will go down, and Liquid showing that nowhere is safe. We are in
they
your
continue
woods.
to keep up the momentum, which is important. This is something, there were gaps in the momentum in the previous game, and they're actually flying through it here.
Yes, they are. Look at this. Even Kuro with the haste room just kind of really looking to get in the face here of Puppy. And the last little spirit bomb he can get forces him all the way back, and Liquid just kind of flexing their pecs right now. Top lane, they're going to get some early damage here on this tier 2. Envy, you know, Omni Slash on cooldown. I didn't even notice him really use it. Probably slipped my mind here, but we still got to wait until let's get to level 2.
When they killed me, that's when he used it.
Is under attack.
Now Puppy rotating in, they get to sleep on Matama Man here. Puppy with the curse might be forced to use it right here now. They're waiting for it here. The mech. And now the call down. They're not going to commit in for the curse or anything. Misery though. Pops walks in, gets the carapace off, and now Matama Man looking to retreat away. But now Fata showed up, and Secret may have gone in a bit too long and far. Jarek's going to be in as well. Commits in the death ward. Matama Man is going to be going down to the back into that curse, but look at the death ward go, baby! It just takes down Nyx Assassin. Misery's going to drop. Envy also went down. It's a 3-for-1 trade. And look at Liquid. In the top lane now able to pressure this tier 2 tower. Oh no, Weehop peeps his head in the door. Jarek's got a cast waiting for him. And look at this. Back from the dead. Envy buyback now. Looking to kind of redeem himself and make it worth. But he hasn't found anything yet. And Jarek's might be something. He has nothing except for 9 charges on a wand. He's already bought out.
Yeah, he's dead. He's got
to my mother, I love her. They don't go for him. He's going to be making it away. It was a buyback for nothing. Oh,
I guess
boy.
The tower's pretty close. There is a TP coming in. They knew the Razor was still there, so if they wanted to commit to the kill, they definitely kill Witch Doctor, but who knows if they get out alive or not. But it's looking bleak for Team Secrets, and sign of the times is the net worth and the level of Pylai die. I noticed in that last fight, he's, I mean, level 4.
Yeah, it's a hard life.
Because if
Things
they
really
had
got thrown off.
it would have been really easy early on in that fight to just like make the initial kill.
Dire's
But
top tower
not
is
even
under
close.
attack.
Well, nowhere is really safe at this point. They're thinking about making a go here on the mind control. We could be caught out mid lane. Misery is
Dire's
already
top tower has
in
fallen.
Vendetta here. Kind of in pursuit, but oh, he sees the courier.
Radiant's courier has been
Yeah,
killed.
got it. Very
Dire's
nice.
middle tower
But
is under
Liquid
attack.
probably not going to be too faulted by that one. They know Vendetta's down. They know where the Nyx Assassin is, and it's time to take more money. They're going to go right for the tier 2 mid. Could follow it up with a tier 2 bottom lane. Roche already up. It's probably on the agenda here for Liquid soon.
It was, by the way, a cross X invoker after all. He started with that X-Sword point just to have the alacrity for lane. Had Sunstrike early on, but it is a cross X invoker, and that will help Secret to stall the game quite substantially, I think. When the time comes and they need to, the EMP Tornado Deafening Blast is pretty good at defending with.
Uh-oh, bottom lane, they scouted Envy. They're relocating in for it, but Envy is already out the side door, but Jarek's has spotted him out. He's trying to sidestep and avoid an Omni Slash, but Envy don't care about that. He's looking to get out of here, and he's like, chase me. He's gone.
He's wasting his time. They have nothing to stop him just using spin and TP, so he's just gonna hang around.
And now, Liquid going right back down. Tier 2. In trouble, bottom lane.
Dire's bottom
Secret
tower is
don't
under
have much of an
attack.
answer for it right now. Envy is gonna be caught out here. Now, will he spin TP? Will he spin TP? Will he fight? He will spin. He will TP. And he will peace out. Now, the rest of Liquid though, we're able to move
Dire's
forward and get that
bottom
tier 2.
tower has fallen.
Don't know if he wasn't sure what to do there. Should he like
Radiant's middle tower
creep
is
cuts,
under attack.
hope to pick off a support, or and then just has to do the spin TP? Bit of an awkward position. He would, if he had his Battle Fury right now, I'd say Secret are in not too bad a position to come back, but that 10k lead and with the Battle Fury still not even there. In fact, he's one whole component away from it. It's gonna require Secret
that buyback cost him a bit. Definitely set it off the agenda for a while, but he's well on the way to getting it. But we just gotta help but wonder, you know, things keep going according to plan for Liquid. It may be just a bit too late. It's one step, one farming tool to trying to be a problem later into the game, but Liquid are like, hey, this is our prime time right now. We're about ready to go. SNY is actually already finished from Matama Man. He just needs to get it into his pocket. Jarek's is double bracers. That's a bit weird, but hey, he's got a lot of life. And they're just ready to roll through. Top lane, maybe their next target here. We and Puppy are nearby. Puppy says, I'm not going to risk it. Neither will we.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Well, in the
is under
meantime,
attack.
good news. Pilot like just got his level 6 in the mid lane, so just about doubles his utility to the next fights. And I think it is only really
Radiant's
one
bottom
fight. I think if
tower
Secret
is
take
under
the big
attack.
fights, then they're looking healthy again. But because the battle free is so delayed, it probably does require at least a fight at some point. I don't think they can just, you know, flatly farm their way back into the game.
Misery has spotted out where mind control is, so Secret have an idea as far as what Liquid are up to at this moment here, but they're feeling confident, maybe committing in. Ooh, Misery swinging a miss on the stun, and now Envy pops in. They already popped the mech. No one's going to be going down from the Omni. Jarek's is going to be alive and well, and Envy is forced to evacuate. Will be TPing out. A misfire here for Secret. They're on the run. The first rocket's going to connect on Puppy. A weak and wounded Dragon will cold embrace, but it's not going to be enough. Gyro surges through. The sleep comes, but it's a moment too late to save Captain Puppy. He will be going down the first sacrifice here.
Dire's top tower is
Considering the
under
Fiend's
attack.
grip on Jara there, but there would just be no backup. Deciding to keep it. That's the ping on the rush bit from Vata.
Yeah, it looks like they find something else of value to go for here. Well, we'll take the
Yeah, they
jungle
don't have-
farm with them on the way out, I guess.
They don't have the best rushing lineup. They can definitely take rush. It won't be that quick. There's no medallion or anything like that. The damage is alright.
I think Secret assume that they are in there doing it, and maybe if they're not doing it, they're gonna do it, and they do. They sneak in there and they're like, let's do it, go, go, go. Go, go,
This
go.
is a classic secret strategy, classic Eternal Envy really, in all the teams he's been in. There's always sneaky rushes going on. And I think that actually Liquid knows. Yeah.
So this could be the
classic.
nail in the coffin. Matama Man says, how's it going, everybody? Drops the call down. Misery's gonna carapace it off, but they put him to sleep and they say, we gotta finish it now! They're not gonna be able to do it! Oh no! They move forward, they haven't been able to grab it yet. It is panic in there, but it is Vata who grabs it up, and Liquid just wiped the floor of Secret. And that might be it. Oh man.
And what a panicked situation. As they realize that Liquid know, they just decide, okay fine, we've got to finish rush, but you could kind of tell they didn't have quite enough time, and commitment to the cause just kills them all. But I mean, I don't know if it would be any better to try to run out past them.
They have to buy back now. They're trying their best to zone and keep them at bay here, but Liquid are determined to at least walk out with one set of racks after a fight like that. But it is still pretty early on for Secret, as they have low death timers and already coming back into the fight. But Tumbleman going to be dishing off a call down right on top of Pikes, not able to get a successful Fiend's Grip kill on Fada. But Tumbleman, though, at risk of going down here, Bakuro here to save the day. The paramedic's going to be able to sweep in and help him on out, and it's going to be Wee to go down. He's down and out. 50 seconds, no buyback for him. Omni Slash, but they have come together and mitigated that damage. And Envy spinning
Dire's middle
and
tower
fleeing
is
the
under
hell out of
attack.
there. But they are on pursuit. They're going to drop down the coconut the ward, though. Going to be able to keep them alive, but this is looking like Liquid's game. They turn back for what's important, and they're going to be going for this tier 3. Racks to fall soon after. Matama Man doesn't drop one bit. He ends up moving in there, and they get the kill on Envy, and he has to
Dire's
fight
middle
back.
barracks are under attack.
His second
Kuro's
one of the
Wisp
game.
just overtook every hero on Team Secret
Dire's
in it with.
structures are
And it's
fortified.
fitting because he's done everything this game.
Dire's
He did the
middle
mid pools,
barracks are under attack.
kept people alive when they tried to gank the Razor, he kept them alive.
Dire's middle
Now
barracks
when the
is
initiation
fortified.
happened, he was keeping them alive as well with all the healing and overcharging, and it's just, yeah, when the 4 position Wisp is richer than your whole team, it's nearly time to tap out, I think.
Puppy not looking to tap out yet, though. They're hoping for a promising engagement. Always look to the lighter side of things, that maybe there's going to be an opportunity for them. Well, I don't know. One more significant drop, and that may just very well be the game, and it could be now. Misery is going to be first caught out, and nope, they commit for a curse. It will stop Jarek's from his ward, but I don't think it's going to be enough damage here. Envy to fall, Puppy's down, and they have thrown in the towel. Secret will be going down. Liquid, a hard-fought match, and they are going to be walking away with the series 2-1. Secret are down 2 series in Star Series 13. Liquid
So
finally get their first win.
What we could actually have, I believe, is a 3-way tie in this group, because Vegas Squadron beat everyone,
Yes.
and CIS Rejects beat Liquid, Liquid beats Secret, and tomorrow Secret and CS Rejects will play each other. So if Secret wins that, then all three of them will have one win, and I guess there'll have to be more matches.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, that very well may be the case. We'll play it on the fly. I think it's as simple as that, but obviously I'm not the head admin on the issue, so we'll find out when that does approach. But congratulations one more for Liquid. They pull off a hell of a win, and I think it really does stem all the way back to that Wisp, man. I mean, I don't know if it was an intention all along. You know, we can give Curl the credit, you know, and be like, I just snuck in this Wisp, and I know what I'm going to do. And even if he's able to get in there and make that pull happen, which he did, like, what if that was not a troll camp? You know, what if they weren't able to do that and we was able to get all that farm? But to their convenience this time, they seriously neuter we in that mid lane, and outside of that, just Liquid just take over.
You know
fight
what?
After fight, and it's crazy.
There's a sense of sort of justice in it, with Secret winning a bunch of games with that tiny mid pool. So, like, sure, yes, the Wisp gets lucky with the camp spawning, but Secret gets to see what it feels like to have mid being pulled out from under them early on in the game.
It is rough stuff. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and wrap today up. It's been a long one at that, so I do appreciate everyone who stuck through all the way through the full best of threes. Plus, we got to remember that crazy 80-minute fiesta. It's been a hell of a day, but we got to give shout out. Scant, thank you so much for joining me and co-casting. Any shout outs for you before we cut things up? Thanks, man. No problem. I'm just glad to have someone who's eager to come in and cast. That always makes my day. So, well, everyone else, if you missed any of the action, you can catch the VODs over on the Beyond the Summit YouTube channel. Otherwise, we'll catch you tomorrow for more Star Series action. This is Kyle Guy. That's Scant. We're signing out. We'll see you tomorrow.